Nick speaking, and welcome to this video, another Necrons revisited video. So following on from my Necron Learning Curve vids, I want to revisit some of the Necron units in 7th edition and have another chat about them, and I'm coming up with the Scarabs next. And the reason for that is on my Necron Learning Curve video, I had quite a number of comments where people were basically saying I didn't realise how good Scarabs were. And that's what I'm hoping anyone who clicks onto this video who's maybe new to Necrons, who maybe just don't understand the power of the Scarabs, might be useful to you, because Scarabs are still fantastic, if not better than they were, purely down to the fact that they are also now scoring. So yes, swarms are now scoring, which is amazing. Okay, so let's have another chat about them. Now, I can totally understand how anyone who picks up the Necron Codex, who basically don't know Necrons or what they're about, can easily dismiss this unit. You know, 15 points a mini, they're only toughness 3, 5+ save, they have no gun, vulnerable to blasts, etc, etc. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you just take another unit of Necron warriors instead of these? And that's what we're going to talk about. So, the power of the Scarab, it actually has quite a number of powers. The first power is that they are fast, very, very fast in actual fact. They are beasts, so they move 12 inches, they ignore terrain. Perfect, you can jump from one piece of terrain to the next piece of terrain. Terrain, you will need terrain because obviously, as I said, they only got 5+ save. Obviously, yes, flamers, etc., you know, they're vulnerable to, but we know that. So yeah, and move very fast. Not only that, they have fleet, so if you do want to run them, you don't quite make it to a piece of terrain, you can run them, you can re-roll your run dice. Then on the charge, once you charge through, they also ignore the terrain, so there's no -2 to your roll, and because of fleet, once again, you can re-roll any of the dice if you want to. So you've got a good chance of getting into the assault. Now once they're in the assault, they're fantastic. They're fantastic against vehicles, of course. Entropic Strike, read the roll, amazing. Go and check my Necron Learning Curve, because I think I demonstrate taking a Land Raider out with about 3 Scarab bases. So yeah, go and check that video out if you haven't seen it already. Against troops, obviously if you go against troops that have strength 6 or above weapons, you know, it is instant death. So regardless of the fact they've got 3 wounds, you know, each base are being stripped out. But against regular troops, they're fantastic for holding them up. With all of the wounds, they're fearless. They can really lock a unit up in combat. And the Entropic Strike does work, of course, against multi-wounded creatures. So once they take a wound, they have no armor save for the rest of the game, which is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, you know, once they're in assault, they're not going to wipe out assault units, but they certainly can hold up your opponent. And like I said, taking out vehicles, amazing. So what does this all come to? I'll tell you exactly what it comes to. It comes to power and control. Scarabs give you power and control. I was up against a player who had one of those Night Titan things, and I had a stupid squad of Scarabs on the table, and they were quivering in their boots. Everyone who knows what Scarabs can do is fearful of them, and that's your power. You can use Scarabs to help control your opponent, either, you know, getting their shooting on your Scarabs as opposed to on your other units. And I'm finding the best way to use Scarabs ultimately is just to flank them. If you're going to have 2 units, one flanking down one side, one flanking down the other side, that's scary stuff for your opponent. Okay, obviously, you know, people can deal with them. They can be dealt with. There's no doubt about that. It's not like an undealable unit. But that is your power, controlling what your opponent's doing, so you can be off doing other mission objectives with your warriors, etc. Now if you are playing tactical objectives, of course having a couple of units which are fast moving is also fantastic for getting ahead in the game, getting onto those objectives. As I said, that it's the type of unit isn't going to last all game. They are going to die. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But it gives you that control early in the game, which is fantastic. Of course, there is the Tomb Spider, the Scarab farm, which I have many, well, I'll say many. I have a couple of videos in the archives about tactics and how to use a Scarab farm, big Scarab farms and small Scarab farms. It is another side to the Scarabs, but in this video we're just going to talk about the Scarabs themselves. We'll do Tomb Spiders separately. So yes, if you haven't tried Scarabs, definitely worth a go. You can get away with smaller squads to the point you could just take 3 if you wanted to and camp them on a back objective. Scoring, wow. I would recommend at least, to be fair, well, the way I play them, if I can, I love to take 10, but on many occasions, just to squeeze the points out, I might take a squad of 6 or 7, and they're still very effective. They still give you the ability to control what your opponent is doing, what they need to shoot at, by putting them in the right place at the right time. So yes, the Scarabs, love them. Let me know your experience, let me know what you think of them in the description below. Obviously everyone has different opinions, and I'd love to read all of your comments. So that's it for the Scarabs. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.